Ladies and gentlemen, podcasting since 2005. You're listening to Gamertag Radio. With your hosts, podcaster Hall of Famer Danny Pena, the always opinionated Paris Lilly, and from outside of the norm, Peter Toledo. This is Gamertag Radio.
Welcome to Gamertag Radio, episode 1074. This is your host, Danny, podcasting live from New York City to the world. And I just want to say very quick, happy International Podcast Day. Make sure to support your favorite podcast by talking about it on social media. Talk about it to your friends, family members, everywhere. Go all out and support your favorite podcast. Podcasting is already 16 years old now today on September 30th. So go out and celebrate and listen to your favorite episodes of any podcast is out there, man. All right, so head over to gamertagradio.com, post your comments and feedback, listen to our past episodes. Also, you could share this content to your friends and family, also, you know, like I was saying before. And if you would like to be part of our fan mail episode, this is how you can contact us.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
All right, so this episode is going to be strictly fan mail. Look, I have a lot of voicemails. I can't post them all, but I'm going to put up a couple here for this. So we have a lot of voicemails. I think it's like between, I said in the last episode, between 20 or 30 voice messages. So let's go with this one. This is from Thomas. This is from Thomas, all the way from San Antonio, Texas. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Thomas. I live in San Antonio, Texas. I have a pretty crazy story about how I managed to pre-order both an Xbox Series X and a Series S. So this morning around 7 a.m., I decided to hop in my car with my coffee and head to GameStop and attempt to pre-order it. There was already a line of people camping out by the time I arrived, and they had a sign on the door that said only 5 consoles are available. So I took the loss and I drove to another location. The same thing happened, but a random dude that was in line told me to go to a mall in downtown San Antonio, and that was my best bet. So I drive all the way across town, head into the mall, which doesn't open doors until 10. But a custodian was cleaning and opened the door for me thinking I was an employee and let me in. And I was able to go and line up outside GameStop roughly around like 9 a.m. There was already 3 people in line when I got there. Turns out they were employees in the mall. So, I mean, that's kind of interesting. And, yeah, they only had 4 consoles available and I was the 4th person to wait in line. So I managed to get one. That was interesting. While I was talking to one of the guys that was there, turns out me and him both went to the same location where the gentleman informed me to go to the mall to pick one up. So that was pretty dumb luck right there. So yeah, that's how I got the Series X. I came home afterwards to relax. One of my friends desperately wants a Series S. And I just randomly logged into my Best Buy account and pre-ordered it in my bed as soon as I got home. So there's like dumb luck again. But yeah, that's my story about how I managed to get both in the same day. Relatively easy. Yeah. So anyways, happy hunting for everyone else trying to get it. And yeah, keep up the good work with the show. And I'll definitely continue to listen on a regular basis. Bye, dudes.
All right. The reason why I play that voicemail is because, one, I think it was a very interesting story how a lot of people been trying to pre-order not only the PlayStation 5, but also Xbox Series, the S or the X. And it's been very, very challenging. For me, it took me over an hour and a half to pre-order just the Xbox Series S. I went to the Microsoft store and it was just not loading at all. So I was just there. Then I will go to Best Buy, Target, even Amazon. Amazon was weird because that one wasn't even, the link wasn't even live yet. They only have like images of the console and it says coming soon and that's it. So I don't know why it took a long time to pre-order through Amazon. The other stores, I was just having a very difficult time trying to pre-order from there. But I went to Microsoft Store one more time because my brother also hit me up and also Paris. They pre-ordered the consoles through there. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to try one more time. And when I got there, it was already good. The site was loading great. Yeah, so I went there and I pre-ordered my Xbox Series S through the Microsoft Store, and it was perfectly fine from there. All right, so we have another voicemail. Okay, this is let's see. Let's go to SpeakPipe. We have a couple of voicemails there too. So, all right, let's play this one.
Gamertag Radios, Joe Ferg, representing St. Petersburg, Florida. First, thank you guys for the show. Absolutely love it. Been listening for a few years, and I'm amazed to see the progression. This call is about Xbox Game Pass streaming service over my NVIDIA Shield. I've been using it since the beta, so it's been a few months. I played through a few games, and it's almost like having an Xbox in my house. I sold my Xbox a few years ago and invested in my PC because the first-party games were always going to be delivered to the PC as well. I feel like that was a great decision, and although the GeForce Now service leaves a lot to be desired in terms of games that disappeared after it went out of beta, I'm still getting a lot of value of that set-top box as I get to play Xbox games over the cloud. So if you have a set-top box, try that out. Again, guys, love the show. Keep up the hard work. And hopefully the fallout will leave us all happy if Xbox keeps buying these game studios. Take care, guys.
Yeah, man. First of all, thank you so much for sending us a voicemail here on the podcast. And I'm glad to see that you're trying out the xCloud, even that you don't have an Xbox console. And I think that's what Microsoft is trying to do. And a lot of people are not thinking about that. They're thinking about, well, I have to have a console in order for me to have my Xbox experience. No, it's beyond the console now, man. And beyond PC. Now is the mobile devices, man. I wish that xCloud was also available for iOS because that's a whole other audience now that could also play xCloud and play all those great games, you know. And not only that, people that have xCloud can also play multiplayer games too. It's not only the single player experience because, you know, when I went to, this is pre-COVID, my last trip, I was traveling to Orlando from New York City and I went to LaGuardia Airport. And I was just waiting for my flight. I was there like a good hour and a half, 2 hours around there. I was playing for 2 straight hours. 2 straight hours. I was playing Gears 5. I was playing Escape. I was playing multiplayer nonstop. And I had a blast. The internet, the Wi-Fi connection was very, very smooth. No issues. And it ran perfectly fine. So we're going to see a lot more of that, man. So the other day I went to Central Park here in New York City. And I played Minecraft Dungeons, strictly touchscreens. I had no Xbox controller. It was just touchscreens the whole time. And it was a great experience. I had a blast. And I recorded that video and also I posted it on my Twitter account. So if you're listening and don't have me on your Twitter account, make sure to go follow me right now over there because I'm always been posting great videos of my experience with xCloud. And I'm having a blast. I'm loving the service. I've been using it now for since last year, since I went live, the beta went out there. So yeah, can't wait to see more of that, man, from people, man. So all right, let's go to another voicemail. This is from Jim Clark. Let's go. Let's see what you have to say.
Hey guys, this is Jim C. So I have a quick question. I've been hearing on websites and podcasts and everything on the big hype with the PlayStation 5 all digital version and the Microsoft Series S version, on how everybody's just loving that. Everybody's thinking that they're going to save money, but I don't get it. You know, I buy my games I play them for like 3 weeks most of the time, unless it's an awesome game. I'm trading it back in. I'm getting $30 for it. I'm moving on to the next game. When you buy a digital one, you don't have that opportunity. And plus, if you're buying a used game, I just saw like Control. I could get that from GameStop for $20. I can get that from other places for about that. And, buying it digitally, you're spending, still $50. So I don't really get where the added value is, saving $100 now or saving a lot more than that over the course of years, that you're going to have this unit. Just want your guys' opinion. Thanks for the great work. And I'll be listening. Thanks. Bye.
All right, Jim. Thank you so much for that voicemail. Look, man, I'm a huge fan, and I'm always talking about digital games because, to me, when I was collecting a lot of games when I started Gamertag Radio, companies started sending me a lot. And look, I'm not everybody's in my case, but I'm just giving an example why I went digital. So there was a time that I had so many games, I had to rent a unit, a storage unit, so I could put all my stuff in there because I just didn't have space at home. Now with digital, I don't have to worry about that because I'll get all my games through a hard drive and I have everything there. It's a lot easier for me to switch games. I don't have to get up, get the disc, put it in there. It's not for me at all. And I get it. Some people would like to get the physical version, and once they're done, they'll, sell it back to the store, get like a small credit for you to buy extra games and stuff. But I get it. That part I understand. But there's a lot of us that just love digital. Like if you have a phone, a smartphone, you download apps. That's all digital. You watch Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, any of the streaming services. That's all digital, and there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing that us here in the United States, I wish it would have been a lot better, is the internet connection and also the bandwidth here. Some people might have only a certain amount of bandwidth they could get per month. That's one thing that we have to work on. But I've been saying this for a very long time. Digital is the future because it's just easier for us to bring all our games that we purchased from back in the days and take that to another console. So, for example, Xbox, all my games that I purchased during the Xbox 360 days, I could transfer that to my next gen console now, Xbox Series X and S. So that's why I love digital. I don't have to worry about, what's my disc, what's my case. I don't have to worry about none of that stuff, man. So I haven't purchased a physical game in a very long time. So just want to say that. But hey, man, Jim, I completely understand where you're coming from. There's a lot of people like you that just buy the game. Once they're done, they just sell it, buy the next one, and move on. I completely understand that, man. So I don't see it as a waste of money. I see it as just it's an optional thing for you. You don't have to buy a digital version, but it is cheaper. And here's one thing that I forgot to mention. I had the PlayStation 4, and that one had the disc drive in there. And through time, I would hear this crazy noise every time I put a disc in there. And I think the last game for me was Spider-Man, because they sent it to me. And I put it in my device, and it was just sounding like a crazy loud noise. But every time I play a digital game, my PlayStation 4 is super quiet. So I don't know. So that's why I decided to also go to digital with PlayStation, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's go with another voicemail. This is from Steven. Let's go.
Hello, gentlemen. First of all, just thanks for all the entertainment. I'm a 42-year-old gamer, pretty much played Xbox as my main console my whole life. Had a PS3. It was okay. Mostly still played Xbox after that. But after the first PS5 press conference, and just seeing how next gen they were going between the controller and the first party games, and Ratchet & Clank just blew me away. I decided to sell my Xbox Got a PS4 Pro. Played The Last of Us 1 and 2. Was absolutely blown away by those. Horizon is an amazing game. Was able to pre-order a PS5. I got the one with the Blu-ray because me and my wife still watch a lot of 4K movies. Pre-ordered Miles Morales because it just looked amazing. Can't wait to play Valhalla on there and Cyberpunk. Can't wait for the first-party exclusives. I wish I would have played the PS4 sooner, but at least with the new PS Plus for the PS5, I'll be able to go back and play those games. So can't wait for the new system come out. Just thanks again, gentlemen, and you take care.
All right, Steven, man, I just want to say I'm glad that you're having a good time, man, playing the PlayStation 4. And that's the thing that we, as a gaming community, need to talk more about. Let's talk about just us having fun with games. Forget about brands. Who gives a crap about brands? Perfect example, you had your Xbox for a very long time. You sold it, got a PlayStation 4, and you're enjoying games. You are having a blast. That's what's most important, man. If you're having fun with whatever console that you're playing, that's what all matters, man. As long as it's worth it for you, that investment, and you see yourself playing for a very long time. And again, content is key. So again, content is key, and this is a perfect example what is going to make people to buy a console. It's all about the games. You mentioned exclusives, all exclusive games from PlayStation. Those games that you mentioned are very, very good. I haven't heard nothing negative about it. That's good that you're having a good time, man. You know, now I know you mentioned PlayStation 4 Pro that you just purchased that, and you mentioned it with your wife. Here's a game that I highly recommend that you'll get, and also play this game with your wife. Because when I was living with my ex during that time, we used to play a lot of Until Dawn. It's a horror game that came out for the PlayStation 4, and it was a lot of fun because we were like working together. Like I'm actually playing the game, and she was like, okay, select this, select that, or I'll say that, like, hey, let's select this, you know. And the thing is with the game, every time you play, the story changes. So depending on the decision that you do, so a character might die if you select the wrong one. Like, it is crazy. Every time you play the game, it's gonna be totally different, a totally different experience. So get that game. Highly recommended. And it's cheap. It's not expensive at all. Very, very cheap. So yeah, go with that, man. All right, so let's go with another voicemail here. All right, this is from Jose, all the way from California.
Hello, Gamertag Radio. How you doing, fellas? This is the mailman Jose calling from California. I just listened here as a podcast, and to answer your question, where I was when I heard the news about Bethesda being bought. So I got up, I was getting ready for work, and to be honest, your boy had a nice relaxed weekend on Saturday night, a couple of beers, some whiskey, some poker. I was still feeling it this morning. I'm a little old. At least I feel that way. Anyways, I was getting ready for work, so I was on the John. Pulled up my phone, and suffice it to say, that woke me right up to get ready for work. Anyways, keep up the good work, fellas. And also, the Xbox Series S, I'm going to try to get it tomorrow, but the PlayStation 5, my pre-order story, me and my wife got one. She helped me out at the end of the night when she came home from work. I stayed home from work, wasn't feeling good, and was able to get one through Amazon. So, yeah, keep up the good work, fellas. I'll talk to you later.
Very cool, man. Thank you for the voicemail, man. This is from David. He was like, hey, I was speaking with a friend of mine last night who is a heavy Sony fan, and his take on the whole Game Pass thing was the PlayStation connection of 20 AAA titles from PS4 that's giving to PlayStation Plus subscribers if Sony's best rebuttal of sorts to Game Pass if they can offer it again and again with different games, say every quarter. I totally disagree, but I'm interested in you guys' thoughts on this. Now, I wouldn't say like this is a really terrible thing. I think this is a good move from PlayStation. Look, you're a subscriber for PlayStation Plus. You get all these games for free to download and to try it out. That is awesome. So if you're a subscriber since the PlayStation 4 days, or even PlayStation 3. I believe that came out like around that time. At least you could download these games without buying any new games that comes out for the PlayStation 5. At least you have an option to play those games without buying a game for PlayStation 5. I think that's awesome. Again, competition is good. Now, I'm wondering how long those games are going to be changing. Are we going to see more games? Are we going to see first-party games that just came out for the PlayStation 5 too in the future? That's also going to be available there for free to download. I wonder how is that going to change. But remember this, guys. Game Pass has changed the game for the industry. We're going to see more of that with every single company now in the future, that they're going to be adding games like that and different services that we're going to have an opportunity to get it for free. All right, so let's go to the next voicemail. Let's do this.
What's up, Gamer Tag Radio? Alex from Minnesota. I just listened to the podcast where Xbox got Bethesda. I thought that was absolutely huge. Like you guys were saying, one of the biggest things I've seen in gaming in a very long time. And I just got a couple questions about Game Pass that I guess I want to clear up. I just seen a post, I think it was like last week, about Xbox getting EA Pass also added to Game Pass, which I thought was crazy, and I haven't really heard that much on it or that much hype around it. Any chance you guys would be able to clear that up just so I could get my final view on it, because I really don't know if I still want to jump in or not, because I don't play enough games to really still justify the value. But I mean, if you're getting all of this stuff, I don't see how I could say no at this point. Thanks.
Yeah, so EA Play is going to be on Xbox Game Pass starting November 10th. So the day that the console launches, it's going to be available there. So if you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, then EA Play is going to be totally for free for you. So you have to get Ultimate at, I believe it's $14.99 per month. So that is huge, very, very huge. So these are some of the games. I believe it's right here. It says 60 additional games included in EA Play. So it's The Sims, FIFA, Mass Effect, and more. So you could go back and play some old games from EA Play to your console for free, all because you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So that's what it is. So this will be downloaded. You could download the games from EA Play on Windows starting in December, but for Xbox Series S and X is starting November 10th. So now you know. So think about this, man. You buy the console, you don't have to buy any other game. No games. Just be part of the subscription service, Xbox Game Pass. All the games are there, over 100 games, plus 60 additional games from EA Play. And you're good. You're good for a while. Very, very long time. So, for example, Doom Eternal is coming out now on Game Pass starting October 1st. So if you have never played that game, go out there, and it's an amazing game, man. So there you go. All right, so this is Lewis. Lewis, thank you so much for emailing us, man. All right, so he wrote, Dear members of Gamertag, my name is Lewis. I'm from Spain, although I have been living in the U.S. For quite some time. First of all, thank you for the great content you have been putting out there so many years. I'm going to try to make this short. I have the 3 main consoles, like Paris said. Let's stop this, and I quote, console war nonsense. However, when I was trying to decide what console to buy this holiday, I couldn't find any reason to buy an Xbox Series X. Or I could say that if I will buy a PlayStation 5 because I want to play the new Spider-Man Miles Morales with better graphics and feel the DualSense controller. All that. I want to try he said he also wants to try the Demon's Soul, or as Little Big Planet. He says interesting Sackboy, which is also coming out for PlayStation 5. Not to mention that the possibility soon I will enjoy the new Ratchet and Clank game. In terms of the Xbox Series X, what are the initiative to buy it at launch? What are the 1 or 2 games that could be interesting? Is it Gear Tactics? He said also, I think Microsoft is not going to have a big console launch, unfortunately. Thank you for reading this and keeping up the great work, man. Okay, thank you for reading this and keep up the great work. All right, so Lewis, thank you so much for the email. And here's the thing. I don't know if you read the previews now from the media that's just been posting preview content of the Xbox Series X, because they have it now at home and they've been trying it out, and they've been just trying out certain games that's available there to download now, like old games, not the new ones. But I've been reading the loading time is pretty cool, like the new feature, quick resume. Also, loading time is awesome. Navigation is really good. Everything is really, really good. So far, positive from a lot of the media outlets. The key thing to me, if you are going to buy a new console, let's say a Series X or an X, is Xbox Game Pass. Like I said previously, from when I was answering the last voicemail and the last question here on Fan Mail, is you could buy the console. You don't need to buy anything else. You subscribe to the service and you get over 160 games in total. 160 games in total. So even if you do not want to buy an Xbox console, if you have an Android device, let's say mobile or tablet, you can still play Xbox without buying the console, and you have that, and you can still play your favorite PlayStation 5 games too, man. It's a win-win, man. You're not losing. At least you have options. Like, hey, I'll play the new games. I'm done. Okay, let me go and play some old games on Xbox that I missed out. Like recently, I've been playing the 3D Mario All-Stars for the Nintendo Switch, and I've never played Mario Galaxy. Never. That was my first time, and I'm having a blast with the game. You know what I'm saying? So things like that. If there's games that you haven't played from that list, 160 games, plus, remember this, they're going to be adding new games for launch, which is also going to be coming out for the Xbox One X and PlayStation 4 also, some of them. But a lot of these games are also going to be available on Game Pass. So Yakuza, Like a Dragon is going to be there. Tetris Connected is also going to be there. There's a couple games. I just can't remember off the top of the head. The Medium, that's another one I really want to try out. That's coming out for Xbox Game Pass too. So there you have it, man. You have games. If you decide to just play PlayStation 5, that's fine too, man, because they're going to have a lot of great content there too, man. So just letting you know. And thank you for that email. All right, so let's go with this voicemail right here.
Hey, Paris, Danny, it's Yaku here. I appreciate your perspectives and your take on the Microsoft Bethesda deal. It's just so frustrating that Microsoft is getting so much hate. If it was Sony or Amazon or even Google that acquired Bethesda, they wouldn't have gotten as much press or negativity towards them. It's just like really something. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate your take on this, and I appreciate it a lot, and just keep at it.
All right, man. Thank you so much for the voicemail, man. Yeah, I understand. I understand that people are mad because Bethesda is now going to be part of Xbox, and all those games that they're going to have that they've been working on, it's also going to be available on Xbox Game Pass. So I get it. I get why people are mad, but this is a business. This is a business. If Sony would have, let's say Sony is the one acquiring Bethesda, and is only going to be exclusive for PlayStation, we also going to see the hate from Xbox fans. Now they're angry. Oh, so I can't play Doom, I can't play Fallout, can't play Elder Scrolls, Starfield, etc. because of that. So that's the problem, man. I think is this whole brand loyalty is the reason why you see a lot of these hate from people because of that. But here's the thing, man. At the end of the day, you have the option to buy those consoles if you don't have an Xbox, let's just say you're strictly PC. No, you're strictly Nintendo or Sony, right? And you see a lot of these games coming out that's very interesting and it looks fun. This is your opportunity to try it out. Maybe you will like Xbox, or maybe you will like their Xbox xCloud, Game Pass, or whatever. You know, like, you have the option, man. So if they show, let's say next year, a new Doom game, a new Elder Scrolls game, maybe we'll get to see Starfield for the first time, and it says exclusive to Game Pass, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna hate on that, or what? Or are you planning to get that console, or what? Again, you have the opportunity to buy it if you want. You don't have to. But remember, too, PlayStation's also going to have a lot of great games, man. It's not the end of the world. You know, I remember back in the days when we found out that Xbox acquired Rare. And we were like, what? I was like in shock because I was so used to Rare make a lot of games for Nintendo back in the days. And seeing another company that acquired them, I was not ready for that, man. I was not ready for that. But a lot of people were just not mad, but more of like surprised that happened, you know. But look, this is not going to be the last time that Xbox is going to acquire a studio. There's going to be more. There's going to be more. And the reason is they're investing long term to make Xbox Game Pass even better when it comes to exclusive content. Because the more exclusive content you have there, that means more subscribers are going to be joining to the service. More people are going to buy the products, the controllers, all that. And Microsoft will make money. Long term, the consumers are going to be part of the ecosystem. And that's it. That's what Microsoft wants, man. And that's the reason you see them, the company, Microsoft, acquiring all these studios, man. Because they were lacking so much when it comes to content. You know, why are you subscribed to Netflix? Why are you subscribed to Disney Plus, HBO Max, all these different services? Is because the content is in there, and there's exclusive content because a lot of those companies are investing a lot more money, meaning more people are going to be subscribing, right? And that's what Microsoft is going to do, the same exact thing. We are going to see so much content throughout the year, more than ever before, because now there's 23 studios creating stuff for the service, and it's going to get a lot better in the future.
You're listening to Gamertag Radio.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for listening to Gamertag Radio episode 1074. Sorry for all the crazy background noise. Like, I have there's like a train that passes by. There's cars all over, cops, and it's New York City. So sorry about that. But anyways, but yeah, thank you for listening to this episode, and we'll be back next week for more content here on Gamertag Radio. So now, if you would like to listen to our past episodes and share it to your friends, go to gamertagradio.com. We have everything there. We have over 1,000 episodes there, all kinds of stuff, right? Also, if you'd like to be part of our next fan mail segment or episode, this is how you could contact us.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up here, and thank you for listening to Gamertag Radio. Until next time, this is Danny. I'm out. Peace.
Thanks for listening to Gamertag Radio. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.